Hi, this is Nat. I don't have a trail name yet, but I'm about to start a 300-mile section hike of the PCT here in Washington State. So while I'm on the Pacific Crest Trail, I'm expecting it to take about 28 days, and I've broken that up into 7-day resupplies. So I've got a pretty big haul here. This is going to be my third hiker box, and I want to talk a little bit about what I'm putting in here and why, so I can laugh at myself later. So there's about 27,000 calories worth of food here. I'm about 3,000 calories over my goal. I was looking at doing 3,000 calories per day for 7 days plus one extra day of food as a just in case. I have mini dinners here. These Idaho and Knorr. This counts as 2. Each of these is about 440 calories each. It's pretty consistent. On their own, these aren't that great. They're cheap and easy to find, and they have lots of flavors. But what you can do with them is, in this bag, I have cheese mix. This is kind of like what you would get with a mac and cheese container. I have sausage gravy, or sorry, not sausage gravy, but country gravy mix. Just add water. I've got powdered butter, powdered heavy cream, and some various seasonings. Just simple stuff. This is garlic and herb mix. This is some leftover ramen seasoning packets. And a couple other seasoning packets, a teriyaki and a Cajun rice. So these add a ton of calories, along with my bacon bits. That will actually be a substantial addition to these, so I can pump them up to about 600 calories a piece by adding in scoops of butter and bacon bits and things like that. I usually only cook once a day when I'm on the trail. So that's what these are. These are my dinners. These all require boiling water. I just pour boiling water into the package and eat it out of the package. It's very clean, neat. Nothing to wash up afterwards. I just roll up the bag and then put it in my trash. Now for breakfast, when I'm on the trail, I will eat these snacks. Now it's worth noting that there's a couple of things here that are extremely low in calorie density. The Star-Kissed tuna are one of the worst things you could possibly take. But I decided to just take one per week, eat it right away so that I could have some variety. Not that great as far as weight goes. It's still, even for the ones that are in oil, don't even bother with the ones that aren't in oil. Surprisingly, the ramen, 510 calories. This is about 120 calories per ounce, whereas these mountain houses are closer to 100 calories per ounce. So $1.50 or $2 package fancy ramen is better than these $10 hiker meals. One of the highest calorie per ounce things I have are these peanut butter wafers and peanut butter crackers. I should really get more of these, to be honest. Those are one of the best. The peanut butter is 2, but I'm actually thinking, since I'm 3,500 calories over, that I may actually just ditch that container altogether, or half of my tortillas. I can't really see myself eating an entire jar of peanut butter a week, and that's the smallest jar that comes. There's also many other things here that are peanut butter flavored. I've got my Reese's Pieces and my wafers, and so I'm thinking it might be peanut flavored, and this has peanuts in it too. I'm thinking I might just be peanuted out too much to actually want to eat peanut butter. But also it makes a good emergency backup. Like, it's very dense, it's very it's very much worth the wait, even with the jar for it. So I may just end up taking it just because, like, even if I don't eat it regular during my normal meals, if I end up spending an extra day on a trail, I end up being hungry, then that's going to come in really handy. I have the big fuel canister here. According to my calculations, only boiling like 4 cups of water a night. I think that's too much. I think I can actually get away with the smaller container. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't have enough experience to know for sure. I did a couple of calculations of boiling it here in my home with no wind and no chill in the air. Nice 70 degrees and balmy, and of course I use hardly any fuel at all, maybe 5 grams per boil. And even if I double that, I still can. Matt says I can get away with the smaller container. So what I've done is, in most of my hiker boxes, I've put 2 of the smaller containers, and then I can just drop one if I find out that I really am not using this much. But I'm going to start with the big one to start out with. This is coconut oil. Again, this is an addition for my foods. I also tend to use it as just a general, lotion, and good for skin. Keeps you from getting hangnails. This is not too bad. I don't really have much meat here. I am a meat eater. I enjoy my meat, but it's not an easy thing to take on the trail. So this is pretty much my only source of meat. I'll be taking it out there. Another surprising thing was that all of the coconut chunks there in the back and the chilied mango slices are both fairly high calorie. Apricots are not. Apricots, this is as low calorie per weight as the sunflower oil tuna. It is, it's a lot of water in there. But again, this is pretty much my only source of fiber. Everything else is just carbs and fat. So I am definitely keeping these 2 in here so that my system does not freak out about eating only bread for a week straight. Hopefully that'll be my salad equivalent. Now over here, we talked about the calorie bumps and seasonings. These are kind of neat. So I'm taking 4 of these food service gloves in each box. They're nice and big, and they can go over my gloves. So if I need, my gloves are not waterproof. So if it's cold, I need to hike, I need to hold onto my trekking poles with my gloves, I can slide those on over the top, and that'll give me additional rain protection. So I'm going to try that out. It's not something I've really done before. I normally stop and get in my tent when bad weather comes. So this would be one of my first experiences actually hiking during bad weather. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to hike in the rain at some point. This is shampoo and body wash. I'm pretty picky about what I use. This is not really meant to go with me on the trail. It's more for taking a shower while I'm at my rest stop, and then to be tossed away and not to go with me on the trail. This is a resupply for my KT tape, hydration, an extra large bandage, resupply for my first aid kit. Hopefully I don't need that. This is interesting. This is baby wipes cut in half, soaked in something called Hibiclens. And Hibiclens is an antibacterial soap. It's a liquid. It can just be squirted on and allowed to soak in. That's what they use for surgical prep. It is excellent at keeping armpit odor down. So and even at home I use it maybe once or twice a week, just to keep body odor in check. But on the trail I found that if I clean myself with this once a day, you know, bits and bits with that, then I don't smell. I don't use deodorant or anything like that, but I do actually cleanse with an antibacterial. And these don't get tossed. These obviously just go back straight. When they're done, I might use them to clean my hands and clean my body. And then when I'm done with them, they'll just go into my trash bag. I don't take regular toilet paper with me. I use a little cloth for pee, and then for poop and other hand washing needs, I use just baby wipes. And again, those get packed out. I often will, for like hand washing, I'll often keep one of these in my pocket until it completely dries out, and then I'll toss it. I allow myself 2 of these a day, which is pretty luxurious. This is pretty heavy, but it'll be lighter once they get used and dried out. Vitamin I, Benadryl. These are for lips. Cracked lips is a problem that I frequently have, even if I'm hydrated. This is SPF, and this is Care. This is just lanolin. I use this on my lips and nail beds to keep them from drying and cracking. Extra hair tie, just because I tend to lose them. And this is actually 1.5 ounce sunscreen, 1.5 ounce packaging. I've taken it out of the packaging for my starting kit, and I'll see how that works, whether that's doable or not, and if I would like it. And then I can always take this one out of the packaging, and if that's just way too much hassle, I'll just leave it in I can leave it in the packaging and make that decision once I get this box mailed to me. In each box I'm putting in a clean pair of underwear and a clean pair of socks, so I'll just throw out the old ones and swap it out with these. So I'm not getting extra clothes, I'm just getting fresh clothes at least once a week. And so that's nice. And I always take a couple extra bags. This one is nice because it can handle boiling water, so I can cook in this. And then for some reason, I pretty much always need an extra bag for something. And so having a variety of different size bags is nice, to keep myself organized. And that is my hiker box. Is about 27,000 calories. And it'll be about 25 if I dump the peanut butter.